Ooh, I'm getting this filmed early today. I'm gonna try really hard to get this done before the trash man comes, because I never do. Hello and welcome back to Weekly Dose of Sunshine, the channel where I provide tips and tricks from my own personal experience on how I've learned to become the happiest and brightest version of myself, in hopes that maybe it can help you guys do the same. Because sometimes life can be hard and you don't have to face your struggles on your own. This week we are covering part 2 of how to build a better relationship with yourself. And if you missed last week's video, in part 1 we went over everything you need to know on how to be more kind to yourself. So go and check it out. However, for this week, part 2, we will be talking about how to learn to lean on yourself. So, how do we do this? There are 3 main parts. Number 1, get comfortable in your own emotions. They exist and they all exist for a reason, even the more negative ones. It is important to learn to feel through the whole spectrum, to learn to laugh with yourself, to hold yourself when you cry, to calm yourself down when you're upset, to vent with yourself when you're angry, and to dance with yourself when you're happy. Because the reality is, if you want to be able to lean on yourself, you have to be willing to be open with yourself. And that might sound really dumb, but I spent so much time in my life running from my negative emotions and burying them, whether it was within people, food, hobbies, tasks, work. I spent more time beating myself up for feeling emotions than taking the time to really understand them. But it's important to get to the place where if you realize you are having a bad day, you can ask yourself what's wrong. You can ask yourself what you need. You can learn to slow down and take some time for yourself in order to feel better. And the more you can better understand and regulate your emotions, the better of a relationship you will start to build with yourself. Number 2, listen to your intuition. I know I've talked about this some in past videos, but that's because it is so true and so important. You have your intuition, those gut feelings, for a reason. It is the inner, most truest part of yourself trying to communicate with you through your needs, wants, desires. It's truly there to protect you as an extension of you. A good way to start tapping into your intuition is listening to the thoughts that arise within your head. This is especially true when making decisions like, should you stay in a relationship or leave it? Should you take this new job or wait for another opportunity? What are the first thoughts that pop into your mind before you can even start overanalyzing? What does it say? When you think about it, does your gut get all fluttery and excited with butterflies, or does it hurt and shut you down? And if feeling and thinking's not enough, make lists, like literally pros and cons for your situation, and your intuition will guide you towards the one that has a lot more obvious pros, even if there are still some big and scary cons within the list. Because as I've also said before, nobody will ever know you as well as you do. And your intuition is the very core of who you are. So tap in, learn to listen, and it will also drastically improve the relationship you have with yourself. And number 3, realize that you are truly the only one who will ever have your back. And I don't mean to say this for it to sound like horribly negative. Yes, there are going to be other people in your life who support you, champion you, push you forward. There are going to be other people for you to lean on, laugh with, cry with. You definitely cannot go through life alone. However, you are very much so the only person that 100% has your back. You are the only person who fully understands you and everything that goes on within your head. And above all else, you are the only one that is capable of producing the changes you want within your life. Yes, you can hire a personal trainer to help you work towards your fitness goals, but at the end of the day, your personal trainer can't do your push-ups for you to make sure you have beautiful biceps. Yes, you can hire a tutor to help you in school, but your tutor isn't going to sit there and be able to go through all the flashcards and memorize all the information for you. You are the one that has to be there for yourself. You are the one that has to put in the work. And you have to make it where you can always rely on yourself to have your back. Become your biggest champion. Become your greatest support system. Have your own back so you can create the life that you dream of living. What is she ranting about this for? In order to build a better relationship with yourself, you must learn how to lean on yourself. And not necessarily even when times are just tough, but at all times. So start getting comfortable with your own emotions. Start really tapping into and listening to your gut. And start realizing that you are capable of having your own back. Know that while you may sometimes feel alone within your own struggles, you never truly are, because you always have yourself. And I know that might sound really, really cheesy, but it's the truth. And if that doesn't feel good enough, know that I am here and I am more than happy to support you and champion you forward. I promised I would keep the videos in this mini-series short, so I hope all of that made sense in the most compact way possible. If you want a breakdown of any of those 3 tips, steps, factors, whatever you want to call them, let me know down in the comments, DM me on Instagram, whatever. As always, I want to say thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I hope you found it to be very helpful, and I will catch you back here next week for part 3. Until next time.